We are Ben and MP and this is Yabá, our 80-something foot wooden boat. But this wasn't always our life.
5 years ago, we found Yabá abandoned, sinking, and on the verge of being lost forever. We had no experience in boat building, just a wild dream and the determination to make it happen. So we worked relentlessly, learning from the best local shipwrights, pouring everything we had into this rebuild. It took us 4 years of sweat, setbacks, and our unwavering commitment. But today, Yabá is more than just a boat. She is our home, our biggest adventure, and proof that crazy dreams can come true.
Now we are sailing into the unknown, exploring remote islands, embracing the unpredictable and sharing the highs, the lows, and everything in between. So welcome aboard Yabá.
Good morning or afternoon wherever you are. Today is going to be epic because in this episode we will be ticking something off our bucket list.
This is probably the place that I've been wanting to go the most since we got Yabá, which is Arvoredo Island.
Silly, yeah.
Ever since we got Yabá, going to this island has been on top of my list because it's a nature reserve with amazing scuba diving and it's just such a special piece of land and sea. Of course that for me, working as a scuba instructor in this area, I've been to this island, I don't know, like 300 times, but this is the most exciting one because it's the first time that we are going on Yabá, on our own home. It's gonna be, I'm so excited.
We have a special guest, which is Guillermo. You know him from helping us with the sails the other day. We're gonna have some fun on the island over here, and let's get there. You look very heavy. From what I know about Arvoredo is it's a nature reserve, so you have to be very careful when you're there, and you're not even allowed close or on the north side of the island. You're not allowed on the island at all.
No.
And the north side, you're not even allowed to sail close to it.
There's just a little corner where we can anchor to admire the beauty of the place, but that's about it.
So let's go and have some fun over there and hope there's some good diving.
Welcome to Ilha do Arvoredo, one of the most incredible marine reserves in Brazil. Ilha do Arvoredo isn't just an incredible diving spot. It's a place full of history, mystery, and some serious marine protection. But what makes this place so special? Imagine an underwater highway where warm tropical waters from the north crash into cold Antarctic currents from the south. And this mix creates the perfect conditions for a huge variety of marine life. From colorful railfish to massive groupers, sea turtles, rays, and sometimes even orcas, the biodiversity here is incredible. In the 90s, Arvoredo and its surrounding waters were declared a biological marine reserve, meaning that its ecosystem is legally protected. Because it's a biological reserve, fishing, hunting, or any activity that could harm marine life is strictly off limits. So the underwater world here really thrives.
Arvoredo isn't just about marine life. This place has stories. For centuries, pirates and smugglers used it as a hideout, sneaking through these waters with who knows what in their cargo. Rumor has it some treasures are still hidden there. Fast forward a few hundred years and the Brazilian Navy took over. There is still a military base on the island today. And let's not forget the historic lighthouse with an unusual backstory. Back in the 1800s, ships kept running into trouble navigating the northern entrance to Florianopolis. So in 1878, they decided to build a new one right here on Arvoredo. But here's the cool part. Instead of building it from scratch, they ordered a prefabricated lighthouse from England. This tower was shipped across the ocean, piece by piece, and assembled right here on the island. And to this day, it is still doing its job.
For us, diving in Arvoredo is a huge milestone. We've dreamed for too long of bringing Yabá here, anchoring near its rocky cliffs and finally experiencing the magic below the surface. And now we are about to jump into a world full of life, history, and maybe even a secret or two. So let's dive in. Who's with me?
Can't believe we made it. So beautiful, this place. It's untouched. The only people living on the island is the Navy, who are taking care of the lighthouse and making sure no one does anything illegal or go on the island. So it is like it was 1,000 years ago. Something like that. Yeah, you can even see the little houses where they live in. They live in here like 1 month at a time. They do their watches, their switches, take care of the lighthouse. That's how it should be.
That boat over there was our neighbor at the shipyard, and now it's gonna be our neighbor here in this piece of paradise. I am so happy to be here. This place is so special to me. This was the place where I did my first scuba dive ever, and also my first students were here. And imagine how amazing it was for me as a teacher, as an instructor, to bring people to this nature reserve to see how a dive should look like, how nature underwater should look like. It really was a privilege, and I just really love this place, and I'm so happy to be here. The last time I came here was in 2018. We are now in 2025. It's been way too long for this to be one of my favorite places on earth. So I am just so happy. I don't know how else to say it. I'm just so happy.
What do you think's happening? I didn't put the kayak in for you guys. Ah. What was that? Hey, Caio. What was that?
Here we have the world diving map, and this place that we're going is one of the places that's highlighted here in Brazil because it is so special. So guess what's gonna happen today?
It's like safe.
Hey! Now let's go down here. This is a nice rock, and rocks are a good thing. And then we go to those rocks, and then those rocks. Feel?
That was amazing. Ben and I are so happy about this dive. We got to see many fish, many colors. It was really, really special. This place is amazing. It's so peaceful and it is perfect. We are so happy. And tired. Time to take wetsuit off, organize equipment, and probably start sailing to the next destination.
Finally, a good dive. Now it's time to leave. We're going to go to Gunshowster, which is a new place we've never been to.
This was the furthest we got with Yabá since, of course, after the shipyard. Also because I noticed the depth was the most deep that we saw on our sonar, like 30 meters.
We're going to have to upgrade our anchor chain because we are anchored in like 15 meters right now.
Yeah.
So, but what was your favorite bit?
Being here.
Okay. Mine was diving with visibility. It was epic, so we'll definitely be seeing more places like this, but we're going to hoist anchor or weight anchor.
Thank you, Arvoredo, for being just as amazing as we remembered.
Yeah, and I'm just saying, like, this place, it's not just any island. This is uninhabited. No one is allowed to touch it. There's no trash. Lots of fish. No fishing. It feels so different.
We have this ambition with Yabá to connect the nature reserves that we find all over the coast. This is the most southern nature reserve that we have, so we already started with number 1, and then we're gonna go up the coast until we can go to the last one up north. What is that?
Spanish dancer.
The Spanish dancer.
To end this already perfect day on a high note, we sailed to a new anchorage, managing to reach 7 knots. Still without the mainsail though, and it felt like Yabá was flying. A day like this is what we had hoped for and more. 6 to 7 knots. Well, there is a storm incoming, so I don't know if I should be happy for the wind or like dreading all of that. This is just the beginning. There are still so many places to explore, so many dives to make, and so many adventures ahead. And we cannot wait to share them all with you. So here is to chasing dreams, to discovering the unknown, and to whatever comes next. We'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, thank you, appreciate it.
That was such a cool trip. Just behind those rocks over there is our destination. So we're going to start thinking about rolling the sails up one by one so we don't have to rush and do it later. We reached 7 knots on this journey, which is epic. So we do have struggle going upwind, which is there. So that's why we're also doing this. But ready?
Ready? Yeah.
After a long day's work on the boat, sailing.
We've done from the scratch.